Assalamualaikum and salam sejahtera. My name is Ahnaf Nazmi from Group 2. So today I will be presenting about our programming fundamental project, which is the basic health tracker. So right now I will discuss about our task distribution. So first of all, we got Christina who design the main menu and handle the user inputs. Next is me, Ahnaf. So uh, I was developing the core calculation and validation functions. Next, we got Akasha, who took care of the testing and debugging to make sure there is no error. And finally, we got Angel, who handled the final documentation and slide presentation. So right now, I will discuss about our project background. So the reality is that many people do not track their health regularly. Uh, the calcul- Doing the calculation manually can be quite tough and might take a lot of time. Plus, the available health application these days is just too complicated to use. So that is why we need a simple and straightforward health tracker. This brings us to the problem statement. Right now, many people do not know their BMI status and the calorie needs. On top of that, many people struggle to drink enough water because they don't know their target amount. Now, I will move on to the next part, which is the objective. So, our project has three main objectives. The first one is to calculate the BMI and determine the user's weight category. Second, it is to calculate the daily calorie needs based on their activity. And the last one, uh, we want to provide a clear weight loss calorie target and recommend daily water intake. So now I will pass this presentation to my teammates to explain about the system design.
This slide demonstrates the main menu of our basic head tracker system. When the program starts, user can choose between two options: calculate current personal health report or close application. The system also validate user input. If a valid option such as 1 is entered, the program continues. However, if an invalid option such as 3 is entered, the system display an error message and asks the user to enter a valid choice again. Next, this slide show the user entering their personal information, including age, gender, weight, and height. After that, the user select their activity level from the available option, ranging from sedentary to very active. This information is important because it helps the system better understand the user lifestyle and physical condition. The collected data will then be used to calculate health indicator and generate a personalized health report with suitable recommendation. Next, this slide demonstrates the BMI calculation model and hydration calculation model. The system calculates the user body mass index or BMI using their weight and height. Based on the BMI value, the system determines the user weight category, such as underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese. In addition, the system calculates the user recommended daily water intake based on their body weight. This calculation provides important health information that is included in the final health report. For this slide demonstrates the daily calories calculation model and weight loss calories model. The system calculates the user's daily calorie maintenance need using personal information such as age, gender, weight, height, and activity level. This determines the number of calories needed to maintain the user's current body weight. Next, the system calculates the target calories for weight loss by creating a calorie deficit. The results are then displayed in the health report summary. The health report summary presents important health information, including the user's BMI result, daily water intake recommendation, daily calorie maintenance level, and target calories for weight loss. This provides users with a clear overview of their current health status and personalized recommendation for achieving their health goal.
Hi, my name is Anja Ashwini, and I'll be explaining our team's code feature highlights. So the first feature we would like to highlight is the input validation. So this feature ensures that the user enter the valid information before any calculations are performed. So in our code, as you can see on the screen, we use a while loop together with the sinfel bracket to validate the user's input. So the system checks the user's age, weight, height, gender, and activity level, and menu selection. If the user enters an invalid value, such as a negative value, a value outside the acceptable range or a non-numerical input, the program will display an error message and ask the user to enter the data again. So this feature helps to improve the accuracy, reliability, and user experience of the application. And for the second feature is the daily calorie requirement calculator. So this feature estimates the number of calorie a user needs each day based on their age, gender, weight, height, and activity level. In our code, we created a function called calculate daily calories. The first function calculates the user's basal metabolic rate or BMR using different formulations for male and female users. Then we use the switch statements as you can see on the screen to assign an activity multiplier based on the user's activity level, such as sedentary, lightly active, moderately active, or very active. Finally, the system multiplies the BMR by the activity multiplier to generate a personalized daily calorie recommendation. So next, I'll be talking about the BMI calculation. So we created a function called calculate BMI bracket to calculate the user's body mass index. So this program converts the user's height from centimeters to meters and then applies the BMI formula, which is weight divided by height squared. As you can see from what is shown on the screen. After calculation, the BMI value, another function called determine BMI category bracket, uses an if-else statement to classify the result into underweight, normal weight, overweight, or obese. So this feature helps users understand their current health conditions based on their BMI. That is all from me. Thank you.
Hello everyone, my name is Christina. For reflection, we go through the development of basic health tracker system. Our team get valuable experience in applying the programming concept learned in programming fundamental. We successfully implement function, loops, selection, statement, input validation, and modular programming to develop a complete health tracking application. This project also improve our problem solving skill. Um, because we had to think logically when designing the program flow and calculating function. In addition, we learned the importance of teamwork, communication, and task distribution to ensure that every part of the project could be completed. Overall, the project increased our confidence in developing a function C++ application. One of the main challenges we faced was implementing input validation. We needed to ensure that user entered valid value for age, weight, height, gender, and activity level. To solve this problem, we used while loop and sin-fail validation to repeatedly request input until the correct value was entered. Another challenge was developing the calorie feature because it required multiple input and different formula based on gender and activity level. We had to carefully test and calculation to ensure the result was accurate. We also encountered a debugging issue during a development. Some output were incorrect due to logical error in the code, so we performed repeated testing and debugging to identify the fix the problem. Despite these challenges, our team worked together effectively and successfully completed the project within a given time frame. So that's all for our team.